I am sat here now. For a bit of context, it is the bank holiday weekend. It is the hottest day of the year today. I come out to my local park where I used to spend so much time when I was a kid. And there's nobody here. The place is empty. So when I come here, 25, 30 years ago, I used to come up here every day during this time. And it was heaving. There was cricket games, football games. There's a tennis court just behind me. There's a skate park just over there, basketball court, football pitch, and they're all completely empty. There's a few young kids with their families. Obviously mum and dad have dragged them out into the sunshine, but no teenagers playing or anything. I say 25, 30 years ago, there'd be 100 odd people down here playing, and now it's completely empty. I say it's a Sunday on bank holiday weekend, hottest day of the year so far, and there's barely a soul in sight. Which granted, it gives me a bit of peace and quiet, but it's sad really. You know, when I was a kid, sort of early teenage years, even before that really, parents weren't quite as strict back then. You couldn't get me to come home. I'd be out the door first thing in the morning, and I'd be out here all day until the sun came in. And a little beyond that, depending on how much I felt like pushing it. So I come out here and it's completely dead. No one playing basketball, no one skating, and it's a new-ish skate park. I would have killed for that as a kid. I used to skateboard and that when I was younger, and the old thing that I used to have before that was a complete death trap, but still it was busy every day. And it's just nuts. What are they all doing? Just all indoors, glued to their phone, doing absolutely nothing. I mean, it's not exactly a good thing, I'd say, but even as an older teenager, I was still down there every day, getting stoned out of my mind in the corner somewhere. But still, we're a big group of lads, maybe having a kick about at the football, or again, just being outside all day. But say, there's not a soul in sight, and it's sad. You do hear a lot about it, but no one's really doing much to address the addiction that because it ain't just kids, it's adults as well. The amount of guys and girls I see walking their dogs around here, and they're just walking along, just staring at their hand the whole time. They're paying no attention to what the dog's doing, no attention to actually where they're going. Yeah, just people are just glued to it 24 hours a day. They can never seem to put the thing down. And I've been guilty of it myself at times, but I'm a lot better nowadays because I actively try and wean myself off them. I have my safe places. So I train at the gym nearly every day. I have a day off when I feel I need to, but most days. But I'll make a point that I leave my phone in the locker, in my bag. I don't use any headphones, so I have to put up with the terrible gym music. But it's a point that I make to actively disengage from all of that. And it's a very important point to make, and something that a lot of us need to do. But yeah, this place used to be absolutely rammed. Every weekend, every weeknight, as soon as I got home from school, I'd get out here as quickly as I possibly could. Meet a group of friends maybe down there, kick a football round, play some basketball, hit the skate park, or even just sit in a corner somewhere. And I come down here today, hottest day of the year, on a bank holiday weekend, and it's completely dead, and it's sad. And that's not even to mention all the modern amenities. I say they've redone the skate park, redone the tennis courts, redone the basketball court even, built another little cricket pitch over the other side there. They've also, you can't really see it from here, but they've added up those woods over there. There's a little walking trail that you can take round that will lead you around a little conservation area. But there's nobody here enjoying it. You can't help but think what those kids are going to turn out to be in the future. That disconnected from each other and the real world, and so connected to their phones and all the BS online, probably sat watching some streamer. Which again, there's nothing wrong with those guys, they're earning a living like anyone else, but there's a lot of very toxic behaviour out there. And it's just so accessible and so easy to do. Say they're sat at home, glued to their phones, watching other people live their lives and completely missing out on their own life. And it's sad. I say I've been guilty of it myself. I've spent a lot of time sat in front of the computer playing video games. Not to mention, it depresses me when I see it, because nowadays you play online and what have you, it tells you how many hours you have into that game, like it's some sort of achievement. When every time I see that number, I just think, what am I doing? Don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's a good little escape, but think of what skills I could have learnt in that time, what experiences I could have had. Instead, I'm pretty good at a couple of different video games. Again, there's nothing wrong with video games. People demonise games, but everyone has their own little escapes. People will say, oh, you play video games, you do this, you do that, and then they'll sit and watch 100 seasons of Love Island or whatever it is. We all have our little escapes, something just to detach from things and melt your brain in some way. Like I say, I'm putting active effort into disconnecting from all of that and just coming outside, spending time with my own thoughts. And just enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the moment. So here in the UK, you've got to make the most of these sunny days because they don't come around often enough. It was only last week I come out for a few walks and got caught in a couple of hailstorms. Now it's, I think, 29, 30 degrees where I am now. Don't get me wrong, by the time I go home and try and get to sleep tonight, I'll be complaining about how hot it is, but that's England for you. It's either too hot or too cold. Either way, we find a way to complain about the weather. Yeah, but the fact that it is so beautiful, there's not a cloud in the sky, but not a soul in sight. It's a bit of a travesty, really. Well, that's just what I've been thinking about, sat on this bench. Quick little rant about the state of the world today. And I suppose, in a way, if you are sat at home right now and the sun is out, I'm talking to you as well. Get out there and do something, or do nothing. Just get outside. Disconnect from that phone. Stop scrolling away on your shorts. Just get outside. If you want to listen to music or something, that's good. Maybe listen to a podcast, read a book, or do absolutely nothing, which is my personal favourite. Either way, disconnect from that phone, because as a useful tool as it is, it will be the downfall of you as well. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you next time.